What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Awesome Tech You Can't Buy Yet. This is a weekly show where I pretty much just give you a tour of all of the best crowdfunding projects that have hit Kickstarter and Indiegogo this week and that you probably just wouldn't have seen otherwise. First up, we have the Solar Scroll, which is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a portable solar charger that is in the shape of a scroll. This is pretty cool because most chargers that you see, solar chargers, are big, bulky solar panels that don't really fold up nicely and neatly and fit in your backpack. So this is essentially just a roll of super thin, flexible solar cells that roll up into a little tube and stash nicely in your backpack. It's a pretty neat idea. If you back this now on Kickstarter, you can lock it down for 99 bucks. That's the early bird pledge. If you get in a little bit later, it's 130 bucks. They're shooting for a September 2018 launch date, which does seem a little bit ambitious given the fact that this is like the first project that these people have ever put out, and they've never done any production before, so I wouldn't be surprised if that gets pushed back a little bit. Next up, we have the Herd headphones. These are adaptive headphones, which is a pretty cool idea, and here's why. Everybody hears things in a different way. Like, that's just a consequence of our physiology. Your ear holes are shaped differently than mine. Your body perceives sound differently than mine does. These headphones are designed to kind of mitigate that. The way it works is they're these headphones and they're paired with an app that basically gives you a test that'll tell how well you hear different frequencies and then adjust your music or your podcast or whatever it is to better fit your hearing. This way, it's more likely that what you're hearing is what the recording engineer actually intended originally. You can lock these things down for about 98 bucks on Kickstarter right now. That's the early bird. They're shooting for a December ship date, which honestly seems a little bit unlikely because this is a pretty complex product. It has an app, it has a bunch of hardware. So I am gonna say that this is gonna be delayed a bit. Moving on, next up we have the InstaDreamer, which is a wearable device that is designed to help you induce lucid dreams. Lucid dreams, if you are not familiar, it's basically when you are aware that you're dreaming while you're dreaming and you can actually control stuff around you. It's like Inception in real life. It's pretty sweet. So the way this one works is it's a wrist-worn wearable that just vibrates constantly throughout the day at random intervals. And the idea is when it vibrates, that's kind of like a cue for you to think to yourself, am I dreaming? Okay, cool, this is reality, move on. But then when it goes off during the night and during your deep sleep cycles, you'll feel it and then in your dream be able to think to yourself, am I dreaming? And then realize that you are and then go lucid. If you back the project now, you can get your hands on it for 200 bucks, which seems a little steep to me, and they're shooting for a February of 2019 ship date, but I'm gonna bet that that's gonna take at least 6 months more than they are planning. Next up is the Cosmophone, which despite the fact that it sounds Russian, is not. It is just a really cool looking phonograph style record player. There's really not much more to say about this thing, it's just a cool looking record player. It has all of the same record playing tech that you would expect. There is one cool feature though, and that is that you can take the horn off of it, the kind of phonograph looking horn, and you can carry it around. It works as a Bluetooth speaker or just like a standalone desktop speaker system. If you want to pledge your support for this thing, you can lock one down for about 300 to 350 bucks. And they're shooting for a December 2018 ship date, and I'm gonna call it right now that that is extremely doubtful. Just don't be surprised if this gets pushed back. Last but not least, we have Total Glue, which is this really weird adhesive concept, but I really like it. If you've ever been to the dentist before and they've ever used that like UV curable glue stuff to put in a filling or a crown or whatever, this is essentially that but made for a different purpose. It's designed to help you repair stuff, basically, whatever it may be. The idea here is that instead of squirting some glue on it and then scrambling and trying to put your pieces together before the glue dries, you can actually squirt this on there and then it won't cure until you hit it with a UV light. Better yet, if you back it now, you can actually get one of these things for only 10 bucks. I think you can get a pack of 3 for 30 bucks, which is ridiculously cheap. And because it's so simple to produce, I think their October 2018 ship date is totally realistic. However, I will say this. This is something that's been done before. If you don't want to wait until October, you can actually look up this product called Bondic. It's the exact same idea and it's been out for a couple years. I think you can get it on Amazon. So technically this is tech that you can buy yet. I might have just undermined the name of this show. All right, guys, that's it for this week, but be sure to tune in next week if you want to see 5 more awesome crowdfunding projects that you probably wouldn't see otherwise. Also, if you like the video, be sure to subscribe, and if you want to see any of our past episodes, just go ahead and click on this box. It's probably here, or wherever Rich decides to put it.